that like big jelly, gungy like stuff that just comes out. It was like, all happened like boom boom. That fluid, it keeps on coming out, so let's go. And then we're on. It's not pretty. He's not moving. He's kind of stuck. Dum dum, feet in stirrups. You lose all your dignity at this point. What? 4.52 kilos? How did he fit? He is really chubby. He was just really squished in there. He had a big chubby head. He was like a hamster. I call this the Prince William hairstyle. We have a vomit. How cute is his outfit? Look at it. Little puppy dogs. Okay, so he's not exactly a newborn anymore. He is a few months old, but you know, we've just been having some mum and bub bonding time the past few months, and now I thought it was about time that I wound the clock and went back to the day that he was born, because he was slightly bigger than I thought he was going to be. I always kind of knew I was going to have a big baby because I was a big baby. I come from a family of big babies, so does Rod, and yeah, I already kind of had this idea in my head that he was going to be a big baby, but just how big a baby he was going to be was a slight surprise. He was 4.52 kilos, which is, I think it's like 9.9 pounds, so it's pretty much 10 pounds. We'll go with 10 pounds because it's, you know, a fraction off. But yes, it was a bit of a surprise, definitely a surprise. So if I go back to the third trimester, basically my whole pregnancy had been, as they say, textbook pregnancy throughout the whole time. It was only at the very end, I would say like the last maybe 3 weeks, that I started to get really bad back pain, like down here, which is still plaguing me now. I'm actually going to go and see a chiropractor tomorrow to try and get some relief, but I started to get this like real pain in my like sciatic nerve, and it was just him really, just like his big body just like pushing right down in that area. And so yeah, I just could not even barely walk, basically. I swear people used to look at me walking around Westfield thinking, is she in labor? Because I was like walking at snail pace. I was just so big, so heavy. I was getting really uncomfortable at the end, and I went for a scan at 37 weeks, and at that scan they did say to me that he was measuring with a little extra belly fat. His head circumference was normal, apparently, but he had a bit of extra belly fat, as they said. So I thought, okay, I'm having a bit of a chubby baby. They did also say that he was probably measuring about the size of a 41-week-old baby, which was a bit of a shock. At that point, I then went to see my obstetrician, who, well, we were discussing my birth plan, and he was actually going to be away right before my due date. So it was a case of, okay, what to do? And we decided, because at the time I was madly painting the house, because that's what you do before you have a baby. You nest and you take on projects like painting your entire house, including your bedroom where the baby is going to sleep, 2 weeks before the due date. So I said to my doctor, he can't come yet. He just cannot come yet. I am not ready, like not ready. So basically, oh, here's mum life. We have a vomit. We have a milky vomit looks all over my hand. I'm just going to tidy this up and we'll come back. We'll come back to this conversation. Un momento. This is mum life. Wet wipes. Every day the wet wipes. Every day the vomit. It gets everywhere. Oh, I know. Okay, we're back. Do you like his hair? I call this the Prince William hairdo because he's got like hair around the back and sides and not so much on the top. Okay, where were we? That's right, discussing my birth induction date. I think that was right? Yes. What's the matter? What's the matter? You want to go to the playmat for a bit? How about you go on the playmat? Have a little kick around on the playmat. Oh, cool. Yay. Okay, let's see how this goes. So, basically, that was right. I had said to my obstetrician, okay, I can't be induced this week because I'm painting my house, and then my obstetrician was going to be away the following week, which was the week before my due date. So we decided to induce me his first day back if he didn't come naturally. And so in my head, I had this date. I was like, okay, this is the day I'm going to have the baby. He's coming on this day. I'm going to be induced. And that's kind of what I convinced myself in my head. My sister kept pestering me to pack my hospital bag because it was 2 weeks before my due date and I still hadn't packed my hospital bag, which kind of sums up my whole pregnancy. I was very laid back. Some might say I was kind of in denial that there was a baby coming. Maybe I was. I don't think it really sunk in, even though I was getting so big. I don't think it really sunk in that I was actually having a baby. But I don't know. I just had this feeling one night. I thought, okay, I really should pack my hospital bag because I had been having what they call those cervical lightning pains. And also I was pretty convinced I'd lost my mucus plug, that like big jelly, gungy like stuff that just comes out, you know. You find it in your pants when you go to the toilet. It's like, that's a bit weird. But yes, I was getting all the signs that he was coming. And so there was just this one night that I thought, okay, I think I should pack my bag tonight. I don't know. Something said to me, I just need to get it done and get my sister off my back. That was probably what it was, really. So I packed my bag, and that night when I was packing my bag, I did feel extra achy. I was just like extra tired, extra achy. But with all the house stuff that we're doing and painting and trying to get his nursery ready, I just kind of put it down to feeling tired and maybe doing too much, because I am a bit of a person that I don't like to give in and be defeated. I just like to keep powering on and get through things. So that's kind of what I put it down to. That night I went to bed, and at 4 a.m. I woke up like busting for a wee. And when I went to the bathroom, I remember thinking to myself in my like half asleep state, oh, I feel like really crampy, kind of like period pain cramps. And nothing really clicked because again, I was half asleep. I just went back to bed. I got in bed and I remember just fidgeting. I couldn't get comfortable in bed for a while. And then literally I felt this pop and gush of water. And all I can say when they say like a pop, it was like pop, whoosh, water or amniotic fluid basically, all in the bed. The bed was so wet, all happened like boom boom, a couple of seconds, and just reached over, tapped Rod on the shoulder. Babe, my water just broke. And he looks up at me and goes, are you serious? Because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. He's not a morning person, neither am I, but you know, it was a work day. In his head, he's thinking he's going to work, going to a meeting, and I'm like, hey, my waters are broke, we're going to the hospital, let's go. And so, yeah, all I can say is that fluid, it keeps on coming out. When your waters break, it doesn't just break, gush, that's it. It keeps on coming, and I didn't realize that. And so, because I didn't go to antenatal classes, naughty me, but I got in a lot of trouble from the midwife for that. But you know what? I survived and I had a baby and we're still doing okay. That's another topic. Anyhow, so yes, basically I was like standing on a towel in the middle of the floor, delegating Rod to do things for me because I'm like, I can't move. How am I going to get to the hospital? This fluid just keeps on coming out. And so anyway, we just put like a stack of towels on the car seat and I sat on those. We got to the hospital and I literally just walked in and went, so can I have the epidural? Because that was just my birth plan. In my head, I'm like, epidural, epidural, epidural. I didn't have a birth plan as such, apart from epidural. No pain, please. Minimal pain. That's what I wanted. Anyhow, all I can say is the day of giving birth to him, it was literally like the biggest blur. You lose all sense of time, and yeah, it's all about the pain and getting through it. And I remember she gave me the gas and the air because I was like really uncomfortable. I was only 2 centimeters dilated when I got there, so she couldn't give me, I say she, I mean like the midwife, couldn't give me the epidural straight away. So she gave me the gas and air, which it gives you a taste in the back of your throat that makes you feel really nauseous, really nauseous. Because my obstetrician was away, I had a stand-in, which I can not fault him. He was really good and professional. I might even go with him if I have another baby. That's if I have another baby. Let's just, you know, have one for now. But yes, so basically he probably came around, I don't know, lunchtime, I'm guessing. So by this time I would have been in labour for like half a day, and at that point I had dilated a little bit more, but I really needed more pain relief. The gas and air just was not cutting it, And I'm a wuss. I hate pain, I hate needles, but that epidural needle, sorry, I've got like an itchy nose. That epidural needle, I think they might show you in the antenatal classes what it looks like, but again, I didn't go, so I don't know. But I was told it was very long, and all I can say is, from a person that doesn't like needles, you don't see it, you just feel like a little prick. To be honest, I had the gas and air in one hand, and you're squatting on the end of the bed, and he's like trying to put it in, and you just don't even think about it. It doesn't hurt. Best thing ever. Don't be afraid of it. Nothing to be afraid of. That is actually the best thing. And so I had that, and then things were much calmer. I still had a little bit of feeling down this side of my body. So I remember the nurse or midwife trying to sort of get that under control, because ideally you're not supposed to feel anything with the epidural, but I kept saying, oh, I'm still getting feeling down this side. At this point, it was like, it's time to push your 10 centimeters, so let's go. Let's have a few practice pushes, and then we're on. So yeah, that's kind of where we got up to. I started pushing, and look, when you've been on the gas and air and you've had no food, and like most of the day is nearly gone, you get really nauseous, like with your head on the chest, really trying to push hard. I did vomit. It's not pretty. It is a tough time, but at that point they said to me, he's not moving. He's kind of stuck. We need to give him a bit of like a pull along, basically, to try and get him to come down a little bit, because he's just not moving. So the obstetrician came in. It was like, okay, feet in stirrups. You lose all your dignity at this point when your feet are in the stirrups. And they put the little suction cap on to try and pull him out during my next contraction. At that point they said, he ain't budging. He is stuck. Not only is he stuck, he's also getting distressed. We need to get him out. Oh, I think he'd done a poo as well. So it was a case of, you're having cesarean. And when they say you're having cesarean, it is like bang bang, all systems go, and you're wheeled off. There wasn't really any time to like really digest what was happening. It was like, what, cesarean? What do you mean? I mean, maybe I could push a bit harder. Should we just try? I mean, I know I was pushing hard as it was, but maybe I could just give it another go. Do we really have to have cesarean? I mean, it was a bit of a quick decision, don't you think? Maybe I could like, we could try again. They don't mess around. There's no messing around. It's like, boom, into theatre you go. And so my epidural had come out somehow. They had to put another one in, and yeah, here he is, cesarean. To be honest, when the midwife brought him round all bundled up, whilst I'm like laid there with my sexy blue hat on being stitched up, and she went, here he is, 4.52 kilos. I was like, what? 4.52 kilos, that's like 10 pound. 10 pound, are you serious? Like, I knew I was having a big baby, but that's a little bigger than I expected. Just a bit bigger. Like, how did he fit? I'm quite a slim person, you know? I mean, I know it's all belly, but that is a really big baby. Really big. And she goes, yeah, you didn't want to push him out. You would have some serious damage, and so would he. So, yeah, be happy that you've had a cesarean. At that point, I was kind of feeling some kind of relief. And then they wheeled me down to the nursery, because he was in the nursery at this point. And I remember just lying there in my bed, because you know you don't have all feeling down the bottom. And I laid there and I looked up when they said, here's your baby. And there he was, like a starfish under the heat lamp. And I just looked at him and thought, whoa, that is a big baby. Like, he is really chubby. Are you sure? Are you sure that's my baby? I'm like, are you sure that's my baby? I mean, has there been like some kind of confusion or mix up? Like, you know, he seems awfully large to have come out of me. Just, don't you think? But no, he was all mine. He was just really squished in there, and it was no wonder I had like really bad back pain. Yeah, so that's how it happened. He came by cesarean, and I'm pretty happy with that now. As much as I didn't want a cesarean, knowing how big he was, and he had a big chubby head, like I'm not gonna lie, when he was born, he had these really big chubby cheeks, like he was like a hamster. You know those hamsters when they store their food? That's what he kind of looked like. Yeah, very talkative mister, aren't you? Yay! He's lost a little bit of his chubbiness, like he still has chubby cheeks, but they were really big when he was born, so he has lost some of it. Yeah, but he's super cute. He is very cute. I think he's still got like cute chubby cheeks now. So that is my birth story. This one is getting restless because feeding time is very close, and he don't like to wait. He does not like to wait for his food. Mum life these days revolves around minimal makeup, if any, hair in a bun, if you can even call it a bun, t-shirt and denim of some kind. It's like quick and easy. Quick and easy, because he can go from 0 to 100 in like seconds. Like seconds. One moment he's happy and content, and the next he is cracking it. So yeah, he's also a bit of a sook. Takes after his dad. Definitely takes after his dad. Yeah. He can be a very sooky, fussy baby at times, and he likes to be cuddled and held like this, just like this. But I'm thinking for my next video, I might do one on what it's like to have a cesarean, because yeah, nothing can prepare you for cesarean and the aftermath of a cesarean. So I'm thinking I might do a little video on what that is like and my experience with that. So if you'd like to see that, then stick around and it'll be in my next video. And for now, I'm gonna go and get him fed to keep him happy before he cracks it.